Welcome back, everybody, to Rimworld. I've done a little bit of micromanagement since yesterday's episode and sort of dealt with all of the various tools. I've redone all of the work order as well, and those of you with very sharp eyes will notice we have ourselves a new colonist here. We recruited Engo in the downtime, really. I always press the world tab when I want to press history. Why? Why, brain? Where was it? New recruit, there we go. So, around... what is today? The 4th of April, May. So just yesterday, in-game, basically, recruit that one. In the meantime, I've used Beaver to craft everybody offhand and on-hand weapons and tools and various things as well. And just made sure everybody's well-equipped, generally, while we've, well, now that I've restructured everything. Obviously, we've got people working in the quarries. Their catch-all job, they do need pickaxes and make sure people have got hammers and whatever else. Since we use the armor axe, all of our tools disappeared. So I wanted to get all of that out the way and dealt with to start off with here. Now... another thing as well, as I thought, while we're doing that, you know, I want to do a little bit of research in the background. What is a good thing to set up so that we can take a look at and really tackle in today's episode? And then I thought, we are an extremely rich and wealthy colony right now. I mean, if we go to the graph here, we've got a ridiculous amount of shit, but our defenses have actually gotten significantly worse over time. We have no turrets. We've got still the same walls we've been using basically the entire campaign right now. I figured we really desperately need something to help defend ourselves. So with Rim Atomics, I've started to research the weapons research. And it does say energy weapons. That's not technically true. I mean, a lot of them are just, from the looks of it, conventional weapons there. Like an ICBM, definitely not energy weapons here. But it will allow us to build an energy weapon research facility and find some really cool ways to take out enemies, which I think is what Rimworld's partially about, huh? So that's what we're going to be dealing with today. And then in the background, I'm going to be trying to do a lot of building today, like restructuring all of our outer defenses, ideally redoing this entire outer wall and sort of giving us more room to mess around with animals and whatever else. Obviously, when we get to the crossbreeding programs, the morphing programs, we're going to need more room to look after animals. We need to deal with the farm, and I need to rebuild a crafting area. So the plan generally is, and I'll try and blot this out very quickly just so I can plot it out, just so very briefly I can show you guys what I want. So this area all here is going to be turned into just storage, just a big old stockpile, because we constantly seem to have more shit than we're able to store. You know, obviously we're putting these few little shelves here and there, but it's not really going to help out too much, and of course, as we get into crafting more and more, we're going to use up more room. So all of that area that is currently blueprinted is going to be turned into stockpile, and then this down here will be a large crafting room, and I think that will, I need to move that wall, that's so ugly, but this will just be one massive crafting room, which we can fit all of our linkables, all of our various cabinets in. Of course, as we do more research, we're going to unlock more and more cabinets, so it does need to be a semi-modular design as well, but I don't know how we're going to do that. I think ideally we're just going to have to blueprint this and copy this over and over and fit in the other specialized cabinets like smithing cabinets and like fabrication cabinets, whatever else. We'll have to fit those in around the machines as we go through here. My god, there's like one for every fucking machine. Oh man, this could be a lot of planning is what I'm going to get at. So I imagine this is going to take me quite a while to record, but by the end of it, I think we're going to have a very nice... It's the overhaul the base needs. Having this right in the middle is just ugly as shit. This big wall on the outside, ugly as shit in the half-finished hotel, ugly as shit. And honestly, that's what we need to fix right now. So one of the big things I'm doing for defense then is I've actually opened the hole up in the wall inside this area. I would love to get turrets all along this outside wall, but I don't think it's practical. I don't think it's feasible, really, for the turrets to do enough damage to allow everybody to get over there, because that's the big problem right now, is that this is our natural choke point, right? There's one single entrance area we've got, but the downside to that is it's so far away from where we built that by the time everybody's squatted up, got their armor on, got their weapons ready, and we've moved them over there, the enemy have already got to this wall. You know, the amount of time it would take those guys to get over there, for the amount of time it would get us to equip and get over, this is going to be around the midpoint, right, outside the hotel. So what I'm going to do instead then is, I mean, as you can see quite clearly, we're going to put some, I put some reinforced sky steel doors. They've got pretty decent hit points. They're not too expensive. It was like 10 steel plus a bunch of sky steel. Not too bad, but definitely a deterrent for enemies. Because there's still a hole in the walls, the enemies will just move through this massive field of rocks. Ideally, I should have really dug it out there. But it will still allow trade caravans and things to get into the base quite safely. Shit. Speak of the devil, and it shall appear. Oh my god, really? That's a lot of people. They do have to go down through this, but it's not going to make any difference because they're just going to walk through, and that's such bad timing, my god. We have a lot of people capable of combat, though, these days. We have a lot of people capable of combat. We have all the way up to, what, like, Dominique and Beaver are both capable, yeah. Wow, we might be able to hold out here. Now, I mean, again, we've got the antimatter rifles. They've got great range to it, but they are shitty otherwise. Now, as long as we've only got certain people equipped with that, what else have we got in terms of just weaponry then? Because obviously we sold a lot without... We've got the feral anti-material rifles. I think those were just worse all around, weren't they? Auto pistols, tag rifles. My god, I just need a weaponry upgrade because this is kind of poor. This is kind of poor in what we can use to take these guys out. Okay. This could be a problem. All right, let's get equipped and let's see how we fare. Gear does get progressively worse and worse as we go down the list. John, I've actually given the marksman gear. I believe he's also got the goggles as well. So his accuracy with this crazy good burst charger should be... I think he might be able to hold the fort. We should be fine, I think. It is a lot of tribal raiders, I will admit. But again, they're all tribal. They've got bows and arrows. I'm not too concerned. Some of them even like dual-wielding melee weapons, which is really not a concern. The most dangerous thing they've got are muskets. So... I mean, there is a guy literally riding on what looks like some sort of weird platypus bear. We've got a guy and a giant cockroach, and then a guy and a raptor. So this is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting, but I think we're in an alright position. We've got some real crack shots. I've got angle on that side of the wall. Oh man, okay, we're gonna have to maybe bring everyone up a few notches here. Yeah, okay, let's absolutely do that. So you get up there. Let's move everyone up just so they're within range a bit sooner. Otherwise, we are gonna really have some issues. Good luck, squad. This is going to be very loud. Okay, there we go. That's a great start. Right, so they're all taking up position on the other side of the wall. We've got the field advantage. All we've got to do now is just kind of hope. Where's Forks with the rest of these turrets? Come on, Forks. Shit. Okay, so you two, let's focus fire on that one. Take him down. Bring him down, Legolas. That guy's getting a little bit too close for my liking. Very nice. Very well done. Okay. Let's take out... I'll focus with John on the ones getting the closest. Everyone can just do whatever they feel like. Oh, shit. This is already bad. Fucking hell. Okay. Yeah, this is not good, is it? So you need to... I'm going to manually target with you the guy on the floor. Just in the hopes that we get some good damage going there. Oh, nice. Okay, not too terrible. This is a mess. I will admit this has already gone a little bit haywire. But we are killing off people quite nicely. John, can we focus, please, that man on that bear, if you don't mind? Actually, kill the bear. It's just a man on a... Then it becomes a man with a crossbow rather than a man on a bear. Great shot with Smudge Boggle there. Holy shit. You're going to focus on that group over there, if you don't mind. God damn, this is going to be surprising if we don't lose anyone. This is going to be really surprising if we don't lose anyone. My God, where's Shia LaBeouf? I could do with your melee assistance here, my friend. So let's get you up here. Take him down. Because he's much better with a pickaxe than he is with anything else here. So, John, are we dealing with... Oh, that's a Chaovix. My God, there's me shooting it like it's, thinking it's still the guy on the bear. They're fleeing. They're fleeing. Okay. Holy shit. Aiden's down. Aiden's down, but bear with it. Bear with it. Engo's also down. Engo, how are you doing? Bleeding out in 5 hours. How's Aiden doing? Bleeding out in 13 hours. I think we're going to be fine. Wow, to say that we had absolutely no defenses there, and we're kind of caught with our pants down a little bit, given that no one was equipped, or even remotely had any sort of equipment ready, and we're using just a complete mismatch of guns and armor and whatever else. I don't think that was too bad. Now, that was tribal, so we've got to bear in mind, if those guys had turned up as Federation or something like that, obviously it would have been a much smaller raid, but they'd have been much better equipped, and I think done a significant amount of damage. It's the fleeing that's really helped us with that one. Holy shit, 13 survivors is not a good luck for us, huh? And killing prisoners while they're down, or killing innocents while they're down. Not innocents, but people who have surrendered. Also a really bad look for us. Shia, you can stop. They're down. Right, you rescue him. John, let's get you rescuing Engo, seeing as Engo is really up shit's creek without a paddle right now. Besides that, you can haul them to a dead person to a stockpile. Rather than do that, let's haul ourselves some living members. Capture that one. And then we've also got Trout up there. Forks, thank you. I appreciate you now turning up, Forks, to help out with the turrets and whatnot. Just got to make sure people are up on their feet, and then we can actually, you know, focus on the research, the things for today. Take them to the world's fanciest hospital. This is so much more convenient, isn't it? Obviously, building a door on the other side would have made a little bit more sense. This is all going to get redone today anyway. That's definitely one of the goals of this episode. Right, Engo, you're bleeding out 4 hours. I'm more than happy to use the good medicine on you in that case, my friend, because you are in a bad way. Leg's been destroyed. We need these bionics. We absolutely need these bionics. I might just leave John to do a little bit of research rather than overburdening him with too many melee weapons and melee weapons with too much of the atomic range weapons and whatever else. Aiden came out of that actually pretty okay. Shot off nose, right abdominal cavity destroyed, which is, you know, in absence of nothing isn't really a problem, huh? Besides that, we're looking pretty good. John, let's get you tending to Smudge Boggle, preferably, if you don't mind. Already tending. Good work. There we go. Holy shit. That was a fun little raid. That was a good way to start kick things off today. Oh, we've got a load more people we can try and capture. It's even worth it. Intellectual. Oh, God, a passionate intellectual is very, very tempting. My God. A couple of them have got that too. Fine. Get them on board. Get them on board. Teresa, Ian Goldblum, do me a favor. If you could get these people, then we get John tending to them immediately. Anybody with a passionate intellectual is immediately a 10 out of 10 for us right now. Well, that will obviously a high-level crafting. You fucker. I can't believe you do that to me. Okay, volcanic winter and toxic fallout combined. Thanks, Randy. Very cool. Oh, shit. That's so annoying. Okay, it doesn't matter too much. As long as we stick to the indoors. I mean, our animals are going to have to go back to the barn then, so after reinstalling all of this, it was a complete fucking waste of time. Alright, that's fine. Not a problem. Right, let's get those reinstalled just as soon as possible, really. And I might just leave the bloody animals in here at this point, because it seems to be so impractical to constantly uninstall and reinstall this shit. In theory, the only reason we did it in the first place, right, we broke those things up, was to stop the animals eating, so these other carnivores eating these guys' eggs. But as long as they've got enough food, I don't know if they would even bother doing that, because of course there's just slaughter meat lying around. I imagine it gives way more nutrition than just an raw egg. Okay, I'm gonna copy the settings from that, delete that zone, and then we'll put down a new one, or we could just, I guess, go to this one and say, hey, slaughter meat. Right, there we go. Let's get these animals moved over then. So everybody, welcome to the barn. For whatever reason, I might need to also start making kibble as well, because we've got certain animals that don't eat, that only eat kibble, or more specifically, don't eat the paleo bale or the slaughter meat. I think it's this one, the Castoroides, don't eat either of those, so we do have to keep micromanaging that, which is a pain in the ass. The Chaovixes, though, I'm kind of happy for those guys to remain unrestricted to some extent, and then train those in hauling, because they are very, very, very fast. So we'll get those try and sort of tamed up here. So all the way down to, what is that one? Oh, that one's also capable of hauling. Anything capable of hauling, I'm more than happy to. The dinosaurs are, obviously. Probably not going to bother with that, I'll be honest. Oh, and yeah, you as well. That's what Shia LaBeouf is. That's his job, by the way, in the colony. So weird to say. But he's in charge of all the animals. So he's about the only other good colonist besides John that's capable of doing that. And obviously, John has more than enough on his plate. Right, get those guys gone. Thank you very much. And then those will probably move when they wake up. Aiden. Oh, God, Aiden's down for the count. So next good builder, Teresa. I need you working on this, my friend. And Forks as well, if you don't mind. Can I get you working on that one? Let's get Teresa Force on that one, so that one should go through. And then Forks when you're done. That one next. Okay, that should be more than enough. We've got the heaters in there. They're protected. It's actually a little bit too warm. We might want to vent a little bit of heat out of there at some stage. Just to on-roof this. Oh, this is already on-roof. We could just vent it out there. That's actually probably not a terrible idea. Otherwise, these poor animals are going to cook. Right, so let's build a copy of that one and just stick it there. It's on the same grid as... Oh, it's everything, right? It's all on the same grid these days. There we go. Okay, that should deal with the toxic fallout. Now we can actually focus on the important stuff. Our first goal, then, is very quickly to concrete over everything and stop the amount of crap being in the space and just really provide an area where we can start building some other stuff on. We actually need a couple more armor racks, don't we, here? Let's go for 1, 2. And we've got, I think, a couple of spare ones anyway, right? Nico is trying to get that one, and then this one belongs to nobody. So I guess we'll say that can be for Smudge Boggle. Copy the settings, paste it into that one, and then... owner is Smudge Boggle. There we go. Okay, cool. And then you, my friend, can go ahead and transfer to armor, and then in theory we'll just equip that and then go and get the regular stuff afterwards, because of course we've got nothing forced right now. Perfect. Okay, that's all that dealt with. This area I'm just going to plant some crappy little hay grass in there just to provide a little bit extra food. There's no reason not to. Hydroponics should also be another top priority, because we don't really right now have, I mean, any way of getting... plants or any sort of food that isn't just a massive mountain of dinosaur meat. Build roof area. Why is that unroofed, apparently? Looks pretty fucking roofed to me, Chief. Let's take a look. Oh, probably because there just isn't a post there. Yeah, obviously as we build this up, the roof will be just naturally occurring because we won't have all this just empty space. But for the time being, we are going to have to mess around with that somewhat. Hey, simple prosthetics. That's quite nice. Now, I noticed as well that a lot of people, since the couple of raids that we've had since I've last checked, we are missing more and more stuff. Obviously, can't do much about the abdominal cavity. Like, this guy's missing a nose. Nico's missing a whole slew of shit. Smudge Boggle missing a little bit of stuff there as well. I mean, we could just do with... I mean, Shy's missing an entire leg, which I didn't even realize. We just need some upgrades quite urgently. So I'm going to have John literally just sit there and go for bionics. I might even be tempted... Natural limbs, natural sensory organs, I don't know. I might just cancel it and go for the bionics for the time being, because we do have a massive amount of plasteel too. Let's just keep him going how he is. You know, the evolved organs are clearly very good, so I'm happy to spend a little bit of extra time just quickly building up to that. Now, the person who is good at this one here, Tosen Nyoxo, I think is how you say that, has 2 infections, so chances are they're probably going to die, to be honest. Might be a mistake, given that we've got 2 people who could also potentially be filled with horrible infections here. Engo, you look very injured. Gone into a fight, maybe? No, still from this one. Oh, toxic build-up there kicking in. Oh, because it's unroofed. Fuck. Okay. Definitely need to deal with that sooner rather than later. Aiden, if you don't mind, I know you're hideously injured. Fingers crossed, this is all we need to do to really get this person up on their feet. We'll try and tidy this up a little bit. Oh my god, are we out of medicine? Yes, we are. Okay, then. So, hydroponics, anyone? Shit. How How much of this has got skylights in it? I'm just thinking maybe we put down a couple of quick skylights so we can start growing heel root. Man, I've completely just lost track of... Like, the whole farming thing, the second I said, let's get rid of the farm, I should have been immediately working on a replacement for it, rather than everything else we've been doing in the meantime. Like, nuclear power, don't get me wrong, it's cool as it is. It's not going to feed us, is it? I mean, not yet. It's not going to feed us yet. Not if my science has anything to do about it. Shit. How do I start, then? I mean, we could just half the amount of barn area and start growing stuff over here. That could work. We just need medicine. Medicine is the real... I mean, we're relying on John's just natural medical skill. John, if we're going to be relying on that, we need a scalpel, my man. Let's see if we can... it's got to be a scalpel somewhere, right? Scalpel. Oh, there's loads. Scalpel in the main hand, scalpel in the offhand. All of the healing. What do you mean you don't think I'm a licensed doctor? Have you seen these scalpels? Holy shit, that's so good. Right, well, that's I mean, if that doesn't scare this person into joining us, I don't know what will. They're called Monkey. That's an incredible name. I'm just going to call you Monkey from now on. I would very much like to recruit you. They're actually not too difficult to recruit as well. They've got just such good skills overall. So how are we looking on these infections then? So 48%, 45% immunity, 45% immunity, 58% spread on that one. Ugh. It's going to be very, very close. Yeah, there's not a lot we can do about that. Let's just hope and pray that we get a bulk goods trader maybe over here. Let's just make sure we haven't got one and I've missed it during that raid. Nothing yet. Let's just pray that we get one overhead or a trader or anything that we can try and deal with there. That's a real shame. That is actually genuinely a real shame. What are we looking at? 91% immunity. Yeah, I mean, I should have probably lumped them in there to start off with, but of course, if we'd have done that, then our people, who are still injured, by the way, would have also probably suffered the same fate. All right, I guess we'll just put that back to a regular old hospital then. Never mind, there are other people with passions in learning, so it's not a big deal, or an intellectual, I should say. What are we looking at then? So who was it who had that? They had a minor passion, didn't they, with some skill in it? Yeah, so Velma Shade... Jinkies, I could do with you to join the colony. Yeah, recruit. There we go. So resistance remaining 16, 37% recruitment difficulty. Actually not too bad. And of course, at no risk of dying or anything like that either. So, Velma, you are more than welcome to go and sit in the lab, hopefully forever. Our people are almost healed as well. So we're almost back to the full colony. This is nice. I mean, it took way too long, but I might even dedicate part of this room, because we need hydroponics anyway, right? Maybe just build the wall straight down there. And have that area as just a dedicated farm zone. Might not hurt, because that still gives us a plenty of room. Like, way too much room for crafting, construction, whatever else we do need to do there. I'm just thinking, do we want to put it there? Or do we want to give it a bit more of a dedicated zone? And maybe do something like that instead. I think I would personally prefer that, because it makes things a bit more manageable, rather than slicing it off into weird long chunks. Just have it sort of divided up a bit better. Okay, we can do that. Let's take a bit more advantage of this area that we've got then and use that as more of a corridor than anything else. So let's do that. Okay, that works. And then we've got the small zone here, which we could use for, God knows, crafting bionics, hosting guests. I haven't thought that far ahead, okay? So let's get that dealt with, and then we'll obviously leave these farms going just temporarily, but I'm essentially going to mirror what we've done up there, but down here instead. Can we put tilled soil straight over the top of concrete, or do we need to rip it all up first? That's annoying. Okay, never mind. We'll just get all of that removed. So this is all rich soil, right? Yeah, so 140% fertility. We won't try to do too much damage to that. Maybe under some of this is also more rich soil. Who knows? But I'll get the skylights installed here. Next, we should have plenty of glass going on right now after John and Beaver basically stayed up for 2 days solid crafting this stuff. So those guys definitely could do with a day off. Let's put down a couple of these. Actually, you know what? I'll make this room as large as the tiles fit into it. Which just conveniently was exactly that. That's quite nice. All right, we might need to make it slightly longer or slightly higher on the top side, though. So that's already got one there. Very nice. Yeah, that's an okay size for it, I think. So the wall would be along this angle here, which is a little bit annoying in terms of the door. But besides that, that works. Yeah, I can deal with that for just a base farm. Fuck! I love it when we have a prison break, because all I hear is beep beep, and then just a load of flame. Just an absolute insane... Oh, God. Well, hey, you got to admit, it stopped them. More importantly, the good thing about using fire to control your prisoners, and I promise there is going to be a good point to this, they don't take any real permanent damage, right? It's not like a bullet that can either kill them instantly or destroy an arm or cripple them for life. It's just fire. And it really has dealt with the prison break, I think, pretty goddamn well. Shit, what have we done? My God, the war crimes. Let's send actual Cannibal Shalabuff, the only man who I think has a gun left, just to quickly go and deal with the rest. I'm going to draft and undraft everybody. Cannibal, you are going to move up there. Has anyone else got a gun, or is it all on their armor racks? Oh, you've actually still got your gun there, Beaver. Okay, fair enough. Come join me as well, then. You are going to help me put down a couple of these other... Oh, everyone's on fire. Oh, God. Well, that should deal with it. Okay, let's get you captured. Melee attack, Beaver, get in there with the melee attack as well, please. Shit. You're gonna be alright. Let's get John also over here melee attacking, thank you. With his dual scalpels. Nobody messes with dual wield John. That's so good. Look at the speed. My God, he put that guy down without even so much as a second thought. Right, Engo. Okay, let's get you captured. Everyone else should be putting out the fire. At least I'd fucking hope so. Hey, no pressure. It's not like the whole base is gonna go up. Who was the guy with the good... Who was it? Oh, it was Velma. There we go. Velma Shade. Be careful with that cleaver. Be careful with that cleaver. Okay, I need to get Beaver with the cleaver. Let's take them down. Shire, be careful with that pickaxe. For God's sake, I know what you're like, actual cannibal Shire LaBeouf. Don't let them get a weapon. Don't let them get a weapon. Please put them down. Okay, there we go. Good work. Is they permanently injured? Permanent damage? Anything? Burn scar? They've had their ring finger shot up. Besides that, they are absolutely fine. Right, get them captured. Oh yeah, and a safe temperature. Right, that is probably 292. What do you mean that's not a safe temperature? What are we talking about? They didn't actually destroy too much of the roof this time, so we're going to have to quickly... Okay, no. Draft up. Put out the fire. Oh, shit. Why are they not doing that? Right, go. Go. Fight the fire. Go. Run. Temporarily, then, we'll put this back for prisoners, and then we'll just have, we'll have actual cannibal shell. Capture Shade. Capture Shade. Shade is important. You capture that one. And if we manage to get any survivors out of this, I will be bloody surprised, because, my God... Did you ever think that maybe the flame turrets might have been a bad shout? Well, the flame turrets themselves are about to catch fire. Be careful there. What's up with Beaver? Oh, the heat. Oh my God, it's still very, very warm in here. Okay. Deconstruct that door. Fuck, people are actually going to die from the bloody heat going on in the room. Okay, burn to death. Okay, that's fine. I kind of expected that, bearing in mind this. Honestly, when you fill your prison with flamethrowers and carpets, you do kind of expect that one or two people will burn to death. It's a good way to get rid of cuddly wealth as well, though, by the way. That's my whole thing. I'm trying to metagame it somewhat. Oh, God, Aiden's taking damage from the fire. Oh, God, everybody's taking fucking damage from the fire. Oh, God, the whole base is like 200 degrees. People are going to boil to death. Okay, this is bad. This is bad for hopefully very obvious reasons. Deconstruct the cooler. That will make the base cool down. As weird as that sounds. The rain is coming. The rain is coming. Oh my God. Our people are all going to roast. 290, 220 degrees. Come on, Aiden. Come on, Aiden. Let some heat through, my man. Holy shit. What have I done? What have I done? What was I thinking? This is a horrible play. Get out of there. Get out of there. I don't want my people melting. Run. Just let it fucking burn. Let the bitch burn. Okay, let's hold that door open as well. Let's let a draft in at least. Okay, 20. Okay, that's now 20 degrees in there. Cool. Oh, the temperature's like instantly dropped apparently. Oh, is that all it took? My God, what a... This game with its temperature mechanics make no fucking sense. Apparently, we can have a massive hole in the roof. Oh, you know, it's still 200 degrees or whatever, but apparently we open one door, and then suddenly all the heat just rushes out, incinerating everyone in the fucking corridor. Makes perfect sense. They're all a little bit injured. If only we had a hospital that wasn't filled with prisoners. Were they the only survivors? Oh, Trout's still alive. My God. Do you want me to just put you out of your misery? Oh, my God. You poor man. I guess we'll try and save him. You know what? I feel really bad about just cooking our people there. Just have a day off. Just do what you want for a day. Honestly, I'll put these schedules back. It won't take 5 minutes. Let's just quickly... There we go. That'll do. Well done, everyone. Good work on burning to death. Literally have a day off, because otherwise you are all going to start freaking out. We're going to have some real problems there. I want to get that built, because obviously we still are in the middle of a toxic fallout. So if we don't put this cooler back, venting air outside, which is obviously a nice way to ensure... Okay, is that good now? Yeah, there we go. On roofed, so that's just going to be this room here. I think we'll just stick a door in it and call it a day, really. We're not going to worry about what's going on in there for maybe until everyone... Give them some chance to heal up. Give them some chance to lie around. After the toxic fallout is settled, thank God, at long last, everything looks normal again. My God, my eyes have like a permanent tint of green to them from now on. I kind of wanted to wait for that to finish before we obviously carried on with things. Because there was a lot of micromanagement going on there, keeping people indoors, making sure they weren't wandering out too much, adjusting their schedules and areas and stuff that I'm almost certainly not going to leave in the videos. But that was a bit of a ball ache. On the plus side, though, it gave Beaver plenty of time to craft some more nuclear fuel rods. Now, I saw a comment on yesterday's video that said, Mr. Streamer, didn't actually say that, but it did say, please make sure that you're burning through your fuel rods as fast as possible, because apparently that's what we need to do to get to the plutonium or something like that for the MOX fuel rods, which are better and do some stuff apparently. So that's what we're going to try and do. What's going on with that? I have no idea. Okay, right, so let's load in some more fuel into the power plant, because honestly, if the cooling can handle it, why not? If burning through these things is how we're going to get to some of the endgame stuff, let's just load this bitch right up. So our grid has a load of excess. We could do with a lot more batteries in that case. I feel like we're just wasting so much power here. John, let's get you, my friend, to manage the reactor. So if we built those actuators, it would help us shut down the reactor a lot quicker. Now, one way I did find we could do is we could literally just flip that switch there and cut the power off to the reactor, and that will shut it down quite quickly. This also works. I mean, it does mean we have to move someone over there manually, but it's not a big deal. Right, let's get that shit turned off, and then... I mean, in theory, the best place to load more rods would be around the outside, right? Rather than in the middle. So, we'll try that out, but I'm somewhat worried that this could be... Oh, you can keep that open. Right, okay, very cool. This might be a little bit too much. So that's going to turn that off, and then when that's done... Oh, we'll do carnival training. My god, I'm still looking for medicine from someone. I might even try training with them, see if they've actually got any damn medicine. And then you, my friend, are going to start loading that, and we're going to max out this reactor. I still can't get over his dual-wielded scalpels there. It looks so good. That mod is just way too much fun. Like, I think it'd be kind of fun one day to just do the dual wielding mod and just go completely balls to the wall with it. Just say anything is fair with the dual wield. Right, so then we'll just quickly have him working on that in the background here. Let's put it down to just like speed 2 so it's a bit more manageable. Okay, this time, we're 14 out of 21 on the fuel. I am going to start at like 69% because of course we are, because I have a feeling it's going to get very warm. What's the cooling looking like? Oh, look at the turbine go, though, huh? Yeah, so you can see that they are leaching heat from one another. Lifespan 5.8 years, maximum power is coming from that. Yeah, so the one in the middle produces a crazy amount of power, but unfortunately is getting extremely warm. Okay, we might be able to crank it all the way up then and not have to worry about the cooling too much. Oh my god, the power from it is insane. 23% on the cooling and 59% on the turbine. Very, very nice. Let's get a couple more rods in there. Just 2 more maybe for the time being. I think putting 1 in the center is a horrible plan. I think that actually might melt everything. We might have to move everything else around then a little bit. Or we move those ones from the edge into these sectors. Oh, still connect it all up. We've got to be just very careful how we manage it here. But that's cool. We're making about 44,000 watts of power right now, and in theory, we're going to burn through these rods a lot quicker. Apparently, that's what we need, so I'm going to go for it. I think that's actually what you build the nuclear shelter out of, isn't it? Like depleted uranium. Oh, just steel. Oh, that's not the right thing, though. I'm looking at that one. There you go. Reinforced depleted uranium, providing full shielding against radiation. That's ideally what we would want to wrap this whole thing around in. So, hopefully, by having this thing cranked up to maximum all the time, it should do exactly that. Long overdue, but we finally got ourselves a farm set up again so we can carry on with the lavish meals. Now all we've got to do is, and that's what we've started on here, is stripping out this wall and expanding this into a decent sized crafting area rather than having it all rammed in this tiny little corner like we have already. What I think I'm probably going to do is reinstall this so it's very central. These are our sort of cabinets that connect up to everything, obviously give that work order. So let's try and keep these as middle as possible. Now what are the best ones? So those ones are the best ones. Let's put those in the center and then have these ones on the outside. That way, if they don't quite connect up, doesn't really matter, because these are the ones that give the least bonus. So if we've got something all the way over there, this one might not give too much of a bonus, but it's just a tool cabinet, right? Having these ones in the center means they're going to hopefully affect more things. Let's bring all that shit over, and then let's also, I guess, just rebuild this stuff from the ground up, really. Shit, yeah, this is going to be quite difficult to try and work out how we can fit everything in. Now, what do we really need additionally under the production tab that we don't have already? Things, honestly, like an electric stone cut stuff, but my god, there's like an electric butcher and an electric drill slab. What does this one do? Assembly bench. Advanced tools to produce components. Is that just like a fabrication bench, but smaller? Maybe it doesn't produce advanced components? I have no idea. It requires 2 advanced components. Is it the same cost as a 212 and... So it's slightly cheaper, but it still requires the 2 advanced components, so it's not... It might be able to produce all the regular stuff this can, but it's a lot more compact. At which point, why the hell would you ever build one of those, I guess? Okay, we'll see how it works. Obviously, the downside to this one might be that certain modded items, like this tactical vest, the torch sword, whatever else, might not work with that other modded workbench. We might need to have both kicking around, which would be even worse. Everything is concreted over now. All I've got to do is try and work out the best layout we can fit into this area that would allow us to cover the most area with the most cabinets. It's going to be a much more complicated look right now because, of course, there are other cabinets as well, smithing cabinets, which are only going to affect certain workbenches. So not only that, I've got to work out what workbenches we can put right on the edge there and save a little space by building those things up as far away as possible so as not to take up room for other workbenches, if that makes sense. It's going to be a lot of effort here, which is why I've been recording for what feels like a lifetime. But I'm trying to get everything planned out and try and be a bit more logical with the base. But this should make our life so much easier. And what I'm probably also going to do when we get up to that stage as well, to rip out all these walls. There's no point having walls and doors blocking all of our move routes when it's all just one big indoor building now. So we'll move these out, especially because, you know, crafting room is absolutely fine. You obviously need your walls for your bedrooms and your prison and whatever else. But these rooms, we don't get any bonuses for having them separate or anything. It literally just slows us down. So I'm going to remove a lot of these internal walls. The farm is looking pretty good. We've obviously got a rich soil there, tilled soil. This room I'm not really sure what to do with right now. It's apparently just a dirt room. Not really sure why it's absolutely filthy like that. We could even expand out the nuclear zone into that somewhat, or just tidy things up really. But this is a definite improvement. Man, our base is quite sizable. We should really be expanding out a little bit. We've got Jade. We've got Jade. Man, they've just been working the quarry while I've been doing that in the background here, but we've got shitload of, actually, I was going to say shitload of mutinite, but we really don't have a huge amount, do we? Loads of steel, though. Loads of steel, loads of silver, and of course, a lot of people have just been sitting around in the quarry. When you've got 10 people spending most of their day in there, of course, we are going to get a decent amount of stuff out of that. The downside is we get a lot of garbage and a lot of junk, so I've had to redo a lot of the dumping zone here and make extra room for all of the extra shit we're getting out of the quarry. But this, hopefully with a little bit of planning, will just save us so much time. It's going to look so much nicer in that tiny little cramped cupboard we basically had everyone working in. I think for the time being, that's actually all of the potential workbenches we could need here. Let me just go through things. Birthday, that's always a terrible thing. She is frail. Oh, Ian Goldblum is frail. Ian Goldblum was already kind of on his way out a little bit, to be honest with you. What do we get? Dementia and frail now. Man, poor Ian. We need to get ourselves some healing going on pretty soon. But I think we've got, let's just take a look at it. Hang on, could we just not build some of those mechanite slurry injectors, the healers, and maybe bring back to health? I'm not sure if that would work, to be honest. So let's just double check, and you guys can very quickly point out if I need anything else from this giant list of things. Of course, as we progress onwards here, I'm almost kind of tempted to turn on God mode, not to obviously do anything with it, but just to see kind of what the end game is going to look like. I won't, because obviously I want a surprise, but it would be good for planning if you guys are playing along or doing a very similar mod pack, if you want to kind of plan your base out a bit more thoroughly than mine. But we've got benches are good. I'm not going to build a sculptor's table yet. I don't think it's entirely necessary. We've got ourselves the tailor bench. Field smithing, machining table is good. Obviously, the stove. Stonecutter's table we don't have. Probably not going to bother with that. Drug lab we don't have because we have the electric drug lab, which we'll come on to in a minute. Smelter is done. Obviously, research bench. Mutagen lab, prosthetic, and basic prosthetic benches are down. Fabrication and scav bench are good as well. Manager's desk is relevant because we've got our AI manager. And then we've got... So it turns out the assembly bench I did actually build one of those is only for components. You can't do anything else with it. It does make sense. It is obviously a tiny little thing. That does say it only produces components. Just wanted to check if it interacted with any of the mods in any way, and it just does nothing. Steel electric butcher, we've got electric drug slab we have right there. Then we've got ourselves a... did I build an electric stonecutter's table? No, but I guess it couldn't hurt. Saying that, we've never had a need, because we've got the quarry. We've never really had a need to put down any other stuff in that regard. Yeah, that's good. I'm fine with that. And I've tried to build it as far away. So this is going to follow a sort of circular shape and obviously follow the radius of these benches, as is the way to get the most out of them. So trying to get a connection with all of it. Obviously, some of the benches from certain mods don't work. So, for example, this one is only affected by the tool cabinet, so I built that one the furthest away to not take up any room within that radius. But that should work. And then we put a couple of extra benches here that give specific bonuses to their specific cabinets. So, like that thing, fabrication bench only gives bonus to a fabrication bench. I put that right out of the way so that it won't interrupt, room for anything else there. Then, as we expand, we might even want to put down some new cabinets and shit just to service the outside ones, but that should last us. That should be a pretty good room. Now, I'd love to replace all the floors and stuff, but we'll focus on that later on. We've stockpiled a lot of jade so we can carry on with the glorious Jade Hotel, which soon will hopefully be finished. I've been saying that for a while, but it was obviously going to be a long-term task here. Should I put down some, green... This is going to be for the staff, for cooking and whatnot, so we'll just put down some green carpet in there. The staff members, they don't worry about it. The guests will never know, okay? That's the important thing here. And then when we get more jade, we'll... Maybe that's what I should do for the time being, just green carpet the lot, and then when we get more jade, actually put down the jade floors. I don't know, I feel like I'm cutting too many corners there. But we'll try and get as much of this tiled over as possible. Jesus, what a state this is going to be. Oh, shit, we can't even build on that. Damn it. Can we get jade bridges? Does that exist? Let's go for structure. What is it? Structure? It is under structure, right? What the fuck is structure? There we are. Oh, god damn it, we can get concrete or wood. Well, that sucks. Let's go with concrete bridges then. That's going to look awful. At least this one's sort of the budget room. meantime, though, I'm going to call it there for today. Thank you all for watching. I've been recording for like fucking 2 hours or something like that now, so I think I need a break from Rimworld for a while and obviously get this edited and ready for you guys later. But we've achieved a lot today. Today was definitely worth it. I don't know how much of this stuff I'm actually going to leave in or how long the video will be. Try and cut out as much of the boring stuff. Obviously, we had that early raid. Yeah, I think this has worked out pretty goddamn well, all things considered. This is going to be a trading zone, by the way, so I put down the trading spot there. That's what I decided that'll be, and we'll try and make it as comfortable and nice as possible to, you know, tile it over. Make them think the base is nicer than it actually is. There's floors we're dealing with at some stage. Well, we've still got Shade ready to recruit there. Hopefully, we'll be very, very soon. I actually should check on that before we finish up. 3.1% resistance remaining, or 3.1 resistance remaining, means that we haven't got long before we get Shade on board and actually have a permanent researcher. Research also been going kind of well in the background here, but obviously we've been very, very busy with things today. That looks so much better. We got a farm. We've got the crafting area. Hey. That's some good shit. Oh, more importantly, oh my god, look at those. Hell yeah. Oh man, those are not happy, huh? Argentinosaurus may attack 80% chance. Shit, but they would be so good for the zoo. We'll try it. I trust in Shire. Always put your trust in Shire. We've got a kill box built as well. I mean, honestly, this is 10 million progress compared to every other episode we've ever done. Thank you all for watching. And there is someone we have to truly thank for this episode being possible in the first place. Many of you guys will know who this is. That's right, it's the insane top tier level patrons that make this channel and make YouTube viable in 2019 as an entertainment platform. Big thank you to Aiden W, Alchemia, Anthony Gaulia, Suna Kirito, at Moses, Average Gamer 419, Bacon Kitten, Crosis, Donald, Facundo Vasquez, Ghost of Protocol, Gogula, Sarik, Jimbo, Jonah Waters, Justin Wallace, Caden Carter, Michael Mullen, Muskratful, Natbuskers #1, Necrofin and Pelvis Presley, Rodin, Richard Clark, Scott, Skaz, Somnus, The Forsaken One, T-Bag Cruz, Tom Terror 18, Tyler Kendall, Vacuous Backers, William Green, and Zazzy 7011 for their support. The Insane Tier Lovers on Patreon. Thank you very much for making the channel possible in the first place. Thank you guys for having faith in this Rimworld playthrough. It will be rewarded with glorious. I can do more episodes like this in the future if people want as well. I'll also leave this as a top comment, I guess, for the people who don't watch all the way to the end. But if people want to see more of this, more than happy to do it this way. It obviously depends. I know a lot of people want to watch just 30 minutes of gameplay. They'd be happy for me to hit the record button, play for 30 minutes and turn it off. I kind of want to pack more into the episodes than that, though. So we'll do these episodes occasionally regardless. But if people want to see more of this, more than happy to do it. In the meantime as well, thank you has to go out to Uwu, Asaro, Adam Person, Andrew Walsh, Andrew Wilson, Anchor, Attila, Austin Taylor, Baldoon, Ben Trope, Betmans Max, Better Lurin, Black Double H, Sidini, Chris, Corey CA, David Van Diepen, Don, Don217, Emerald Beam, Exploding Knees, Gaz, Genji Zerka, Grey, Haji Damar, Icarus, Icy the Grey, Ida C, J. Lara, Jacob Wolfie, James Barnes, James Shea, Jason Sushu, Jose, Joran DeVries, Jordan Campbell, Joseph Pierre, Justin Plott, Justin Walters, Llewellyn Thomas, Luke Wallace, Mustolp, Monty, Mostly Samson, Nathan Flores, Nathaniel Lindberg, Norstrus, Nick, Noah Gallimore, Pan Samu, Pantherpearl, Payback 137, Peyton Denisar, Russian Oligarch Billionaire, Ryan Hooper, Sagater, Sam Kears, Shari, Smirtworm, Smooth Octopus, Socrates, Super Nanny 089, The Insane Pickle, The One Ring, Valoncry, Veragon, Voodoo Mumbo, Will Wade, Wilson Atef, Wolfie, Yorker Zach, and Zico 2. Thank you all for your support over at Patreon as well. Big shout out to the Twitch subs. We'll be doing some more streaming over there on Twitch very, very soon. Just waiting on some stuff to turn up, and that's all I'm going to say for the time being. See you guys over there very shortly.